Yes, respectfully, Cyrus Reed, Lone Star chapter, the Sierra Club, respectfully against the bill. I acknowledge that the bill is better than when it was first introduced. I want to make that clear. That being said, this bill basically says once a transfer of any fluid, oil, and gas waste occurs, the original generator of the waste is not liable for any consequences, including exposure to the byproduct of the process used to generate that treated product. We're worried about the long-term consequences if we find out some of this stuff isn't as safe as we thought it was. And Senator Perry knows that we are a member of the Produced Water Association. We have been strongly advocating for more money for Railroad Commission and TCQ this session so we can get this stuff right. So we're not against the use of produced water, but this bill goes very far in terms of the liability protection. We have sent some suggested language to the author of the bill, and it really involves the last section of the bill. Our big concern is there's going to be some chemicals or chemical compounds that were used in fracking or come out from the ground that TCQ may not be aware of or may not have the standards in place for. And then we're going to discover, like we did with PFAS 10 years later, there's a big problem and no one's going to be held liable because they met the permit conditions. So we've suggested some language in there and also making it clear that both the Chapter 26 of the Water Code and Chapter 122, so those cover two different types of uses, are covered under the bill in terms of those permits. And then we would, frankly, remove the exemplary damage clause because we think ultimately exemplary damage can be a good lesson to folks if they do, violate the law and if there are problems. So those would be our suggestions, and we have provided that to the author of the bill.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Cyrus. Thank you.